What's up, y'all? Today we are touring one of the most popular areas in all of South Carolina, Mount Pleasant. What makes Mount Pleasant so popular is location, 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 location. Did I mention location? It is minutes from Charleston, minutes from Daniel Island, minutes from the beach. So if you want to see some houses that are minutes from all those places, come with me. As we first start out here, we are passing Costco. We're turning in, there's three different neighborhoods we're touring today. We're touring Carolina Park, Riverside, and Ion. And we're starting in Carolina Park area. Riverside's sort of in the Carolina Park area, but they're considered different neighborhoods. But we just passed Costco as we drive into Carolina Park here. All of the neighborhoods on this tour are a little pricier. They have houses over, the median price of all these houses are over $1 million. But you're going to see why. You're going to see what makes these houses different. Besides location, we're going to see different areas that have gorgeous houses that are really, really popular with people. A lot of people try to move down to this area because of the location. I would love to be minutes from the beach. I'd be there all the time. That's why this is one of the more popular areas in all of South Carolina. So we're going to pull into the main area of Carolina Park in a minute. We're going to go around this. We're going around this circle here, and we're going to pull in. You're going to just see the styles of homes. You get big, giant homes in this area. And one thing with South Carolina, so if you are used to living in other areas of the country, such as the north and that, if you're looking for a house over 2,500 square feet, little pricier house, you're going to pay a ton of taxes. In New York, so even in Buffalo, New York, where I lived, if you get a house that is in the $500,000 range even and above, you're paying a lot of tax. You're going to pay $8,000 a year in taxes or above. Down here, not the case. On a $500,000 house, it depends on what county you're in. This is just estimates, but you can look at paying around $2,500 a year. So that is a huge difference when you're looking to pay these, pay your mortgage. It's a huge, huge difference. But as you can see, driving back in here, just the trees in that, the greenery, there's sidewalks on both sides, but just check out these houses. Minutes from Charleston. These ones are townhomes as we first pull in here, but this is Carolina Park as we start. You got some townhomes, you got some single family homes in here, but really, really nice homes for this area. Another thing with Mount Pleasant that is extremely popular is how many stores. I mean, you are minutes. If you want to go to any single store you can think of, any restaurant that you can think of, you can get there in 10 minutes or less when you live in Carolina Park, when you live in Riverside, when you live in Ion, these three big neighborhoods. There's more than that, but I just picked three of them. But you could see these gorgeous houses down here. You're here in these houses and you are close to stores. You're close to, I didn't even mention the stores, but close to stores, close to Charleston, close to Daniel Island, and close to Isle of Palms Beach and Sullivan's Island Beach. So those are two of the popular beaches. But as you see on the left-hand side here, there is like little park areas even where if you have a family, you can go out and play with your kids. There's green spaces there. This is just a really cool feel down in this area, and not to mention the gorgeous southern colorful homes that you get down in this area. As you can see, there's pond areas. There is the custom builds inside of these homes are gorgeous as well. I have toured many of these homes with my clients. It'll blow you away when you walk into the house. Really, really nice houses, really cool custom built houses. But this is an extremely popular area because you're so close to everything. Like I said, it's location, 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 and it gets you close to the hustle and bustle, but then you're kind of tucked away in a neighborhood as well. They also have really cool amenity centers in here. A lot of them have big slides in the amenity center. I think I passed one on one of these, but it's just a really cool area to be in. And most of the homes in these neighborhoods that we're touring are pre-owned homes. There is new construction going on in Mount Pleasant, but there's a lot of pre-owned homes. It's more of an established neighborhood. It has a population over 94,000, and it's one of the more established neighborhoods than certain neighborhoods like where I live up in Somerville. Not quite as established. There's new construction going on, but we are passing the amenity center right here. But this Mount Pleasant is more of the established neighborhood. If I haven't introduced myself yet, my name is Dave Broom. I'm a local realtor in the Charleston, South Carolina area. If you want to see more videos like this about the Charleston and surrounding areas, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I do tours like this one where I drive around. I do tours where I walk through neighborhoods. I also do home walkthroughs, and I just try to show people areas to live around the Charleston, South Carolina area. A little bit about my story. My wife and I and our 4 kids moved down from Buffalo, New York over 2 years ago now. And we didn't like the state we were living in. We didn't like New York. We didn't like some of the rules. We didn't like the winters. We didn't like the amount of property tax you had to pay and the amount of house you can afford. So we decided to move. Okay, it took us a while. It took us a while to decide. It took me a while. It didn't take my wife a while. It took me a while to decide to move because you live in an area for a long time and you get used to it. You're used to living in the area, but I'm here to tell you, as somebody who has done it, you can move. You can move to a state that is more aligns with your values. You can move to a state that has better weather. You can move to a state where you can actually afford a house without having a house that you deserve. You move down to South Carolina, the property taxes are low. You can live in a house that you actually want to live in. In Buffalo, New York, we were living in a 1,200 square foot ranch because affording anything else, you have to get strapped. It's hard to afford anything else. You move down here, the houses are bigger, the taxes are smaller, and you can afford more house. And you get to live in these big neighborhoods with pools and that. They didn't have that in New York because of the weather. Also, our kids were stuck inside all the time, going on their tablets and that. We were just sick of it. We were sick of having the cold weather. You move down here, the weather is different. There's golf carts everywhere. It's just a totally different feel, completely different feel than it was up there, and we absolutely love it. If you want to hear more information about this area, you just want to have a conversation with me, I'll give you my story, why we moved. You can tell me about your story, and we'll just figure out if Charleston, South Carolina, and the surrounding areas is right for you. You could text the number on the screen right now. It should be popping up. Text that number. We could set up a Zoom call. I can do some neighborhood walks for you, and we can find out exactly where it is you want to live down here and if you want to live down here. But as we continue the tour here, you can see these gorgeous homes with the double porches here, palm trees everywhere. It's different. It's different than anywhere else you're going to live. So we're pulling down here. We are going to go into Riverside in a minute. Riverside is a really cool neighborhood because you're right on the Wander River. There's homes. I'm going to try to show you. It was hard to get some views. I don't like interfering with people living and getting, I don't like getting people in the shot too often. But we're going to pull into Riverside here, and you can see some of the homes. I'll point out exactly where the homes are that are right on the Wander River, but another really cool area because you're on the water. You're close to everything. Mount Pleasant is really close to everything. Cool, like this shopping area here. There's shopping areas everywhere. Great restaurants. A few of our favorites, Coastal Crust in Mount Pleasant. We like going there because there's a playground for the kids. We love just hanging out. I mean, when you can go, listen to some music, get a couple drinks, get some pizza, and your kids can play on a playground all at once. And even after you go to the beach, that is a prime restaurant for us to go to because you can just chill out. I mean, life gets busy. Anytime you can chill out and relax a little bit, we like to do that, especially with our family. Get some family time, hang out, relax. We like doing that. But this is Riverside on the Wando, it's called. Really cool houses back in here. There's some that, you'll see the trees in that too, but it's just a different feel than anything you would get in different parts of the country. And you're right on the Wando River, which is cool too. But as we pull in here, you can see to the right and the left, there's overhanging trees. There's sidewalks everywhere, palm trees down the middle. It looks like a vacation spot. I mean, somewhere that we used to travel to Florida all the time. And this looks like a beach area that we would go to in Florida. And it just becomes normal. Even us who live up in Somerville, you drive around, we live in Cane Bay, you drive around on golf cart trails. It's a different feel. As you can see, there's just huge homes everywhere, overhanging trees. It looks like a tropical environment. But we're going to drive over here, and we're going to go up on the Wando River area in a minute. But like I was saying, if you don't like your state, and you are even thinking about going to a different area, depending on the reasons, South Carolina is a great place to go to. Another thing we do, we did homeschool in New York, but we have decided to homeschool again down here. Nothing against the public school. We like the public school. We just have decided to homeschool. There is networks, there is co-ops, there is hundreds and hundreds of families down here that homeschool, are open to homeschooling. So if that's something you're interested, we can have a conversation about that. Or I was a teacher in Buffalo, New York, and I know about the school systems as well down here. So if you have questions about different options for educating your kids in that, there's different options. There's private schools, there's public schools. There's also ways that you can choose different schools that you want to send your kids to. I think you just have to drop them off yourself, but there is different rules. There's different avenues to educate your kids down here. But as you can see on these are the homes that are right on the Wando River, right behind right behind the homes here. There is the Wando River. I think there's boat access on a lot of these homes, and it's a really, really cool area right on the Wando River. Because you can get to different areas from the Wando. Real close to here is Shem Creek, where there's a bunch of restaurants. There is a bunch of boardwalks in that, and we have been eating. We went to Saltwater Cowboy the one time. We were up top, and you look out into the water and you see dolphins swimming. Where else can you really eat and see dolphins swimming at the same time? So you're close to that when you live down here. Just a beautiful area. So we're gonna keep driving here. I also like filming these videos because what you don't see in here, I took my son around driving here, and we went to Jack's Cosmic Hot Dogs. I'll take my kids around, we'll drive around to these beautiful areas, and then we'll go out to eat and enjoy ourselves. So we had but look at these houses right on the water right here. Awesome. But we had a really nice meal. Jack's Cosmic Dogs has really cool hot dogs. There's just so many cool places to eat, and there's so much to do in the Charleston, South Carolina, and surrounding areas. Not to knock Buffalo, but Buffalo doesn't have as much. Buffalo Bills games get so crowded because there's not much else to do in Buffalo. The weather does contribute, but there is not as much to do in the Buffalo area. But here are some of the amenity centers in that. There's pools in here. That was Riverside. But here's the last neighborhood we're going into. This is Ion. Really cool giant homes in here, pre-owned homes. But you're going to see why these homes are priced over $1 million. Just look at the trees, look at the area, this is different than anything that you are going to experience. There's a huge lake in here too, where there's homes in that as well. But this Ion neighborhood is extremely close to different stores. I went in the back way to Ion. There's a couple different ways to get into Ion. I went in the back way actually, and you're extremely close to Whole Foods. You're extremely close to a lot of other restaurants. I actually came from Dick's Sporting Goods. I was returning something and I got here in like 4 minutes. Whole Foods, like I said, Trader Joe's is close here. There's Starbucks. There's everything you want in stores right around here. Stores, restaurants, right around here. Very popular neighborhood because of that. But you can see, look at the trees. Look at the historic looking buildings here. Really, really cool area. And we're going to come up to the lake and show you the giant lake where people live right on too. There's walking trails. And a little bit about the weather in South Carolina. Does it get hot over the summer? Yes, June, July, August gets hot. But you can always get outside. You get outside in the morning, you get outside in the evening. Even you get days in there in June, July, August where it'll be in the 70s. Yes, it gets into the 90s most of the time, but it does get into the 70s as well. But where it is the perfect weather, September, October, even November, and then half of February, March, April will get warm. We've had 80-degree days in February. In Buffalo in February, you're talking, I remember negative 22 degrees in Buffalo. Here it can get up to 70s, 80s. We were on the beach on Christmas Eve. Just the weather is perfect down here. But you can see these homes, they're all different too. It gives you a different feel. Once again, palm trees everywhere, really cool neighborhood. And then we're gonna come up to, this is the giant lake area here where there's homes on. You can walk around it, you can park right next to it. Really beautiful, picturesque neighborhood here. But like I was saying, it's location, location, location with Mount Pleasant. I mean, when you can get to Isle of Palms, Sullivan's Island is extremely close to a lot of areas in Mount Pleasant. So is Isle of Palms, but minutes. You are minutes from the beach. You are minutes from Charleston. You are minutes from Daniel Island. You are minutes from James and John, a little bit further, James, John's Island, West Ashley. So if you're going different areas like Costco, there's an Earth Fair, there's everything you really want in all of those areas to do stuff. But check out this lake again. Really cool area. Really, really cool area. Location, location, location. If you want to hear more information, definitely reach out to me. It's a no pressure conversation as well. I just want to have a conversation. I like to talk to people. I like to try to talk people into leaving the state they don't like and moving to a state they do like. And just encouraging them that it can be done. I'm living proof that it can be done. It was the best decision we have ever made as a family. After we got down here, we're like, why didn't we do that 5-10 years ago? It was hard. So our family didn't move with us. We have family back in Buffalo. It's hard to leave your family, but everyone gets used to it as well. Everyone gets used to the new normal, and people come to visit you, and it's just a little different when they come to visit you. Then it's like 4 or 5 days sometimes, and it's all intentional spending time together, which is cool. And a lot of times people do move, families do move with you. Like grandparents will move down because their grandkids are down there. It's a whole different feel. So if you want to reach out to me, my number is on the screen again. No pressure conversation. We could set up a Zoom call as well so we can get face to face. I'll take you around some of these neighborhoods if you want. Reach out. But as we continue the tour, you'll just see some more of Ion. Then it takes you to, like, there is the HOA area as well. And it's a really cool area in this Mount Pleasant neighborhood. Yeah, we're driving around. Just look at these trees. Then we're going to come to, there is like a soccer field. There's playground area up here. And then I take you to where the amenity center is in Ion. It's coming up. These driving tours are cool because you get to see what I see as I drive around. It gets a little, the reflection on the windshield here was a little bad, but there was nothing I could do about it. But you can see the trees again. You can see the homes here. And then we're going to drive by the soccer field in a minute. Cool area. Soccer field on the left here. There's a playground. There's some basketball courts as well. This is the one entrance I've come in for some of my other video. I'll pop it on the screen. But if you want to walk through the neighborhood of Ion with me, the video just popped on the screen right here. But playground area, as you can see, it gets really sunny out. And then we're going to come to the amenity center. But these are 3 of the more popular neighborhoods in the Mount Pleasant area. This one was Ion. Riverside was in the middle. This is the Ion Amenity Center here, and then Carolina Park. Carolina Park is a big area. Riverside is the one on the Wanda River, and then Ion is right in the heart of Mount Pleasant, like near a lot of the stores in that. Really cool area. But you can see the little amenity center. There was a pool. There was tennis courts in that, but beautiful, beautiful area. And once again, feel free to reach out and keep it real, y'all.